Imagine you could become 1% better every day, not by making huge changes, not by working twice as hard, just a tiny improvement every single day. At first, it might not seem like much, but over time, those small changes compound, just like money earns compound interest, and they transform your entire life. That's the central idea behind Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book isn't about quick fixes or motivation hacks. It's about the invisible power of small habits, the daily choices that seem insignificant, but when repeated, shape who we become. James Clear wrote Atomic Habits after surviving a life-changing accident in his youth. The recovery process taught him that lasting success doesn't come from massive action. It comes from consistent, tiny improvements done over time. Since its release, the book has sold millions of copies and become a modern classic in personal growth. Its message is simple yet revolutionary. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. In this summary, we'll break down the key principles of Atomic Habits, how small actions can lead to extraordinary results, how to build better systems, and how to become the kind of person who naturally succeeds. So, let's begin with the first big idea: why tiny changes can create remarkable transformations. Lesson 1. Tiny changes lead to remarkable results. We often believe that success comes from massive action, that we need to overhaul our lives, work harder, and make giant leaps forward. But James Clear discovered that real lasting change works differently. He calls it the 1% rule. If you get just 1% better every day, you'll end up 37 times better after 1 year. That's the power of compounding in action. Think of it like this: a plane leaving Los Angeles for New York, if its nose is pointed just a few degrees off course, will end up hundreds of miles away, in Washington, D.C. or Boston. A tiny change in direction creates a completely different destination. Your habits work the same way. Every small choice, what you eat, how you spend your time, what you read, how often you exercise, nudges your life in a particular direction. The results don't show up immediately, but over time, they build into something powerful. Bad habits compound too. Eating poorly once isn't a disaster, but repeat it daily and the effects add up just as quickly. James Clear reminds us that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. So, don't underestimate small steps. Big transformations rarely come from one dramatic moment. They come from tiny, consistent actions stacked on top of each other day after day. Lesson 2. Focus on systems, not goals. Most people set goals. I want to lose 10 kilos. I want to earn more money. I want to write a book. But James Clear argues that goals alone don't create progress. Systems do. Think about it. Both winners and losers have the same goals. Every athlete wants to win the championship. Every entrepreneur wants to succeed. Every student wants good grades. So the goal itself isn't what makes the difference. It's the system you build around it. A system is the collection of habits that lead to results. If you focus only on the goal, you'll always feel like you're failing until you reach it. But if you focus on the system, on the daily process, you can find satisfaction and momentum every single day. For example, instead of focusing on the goal of getting fit, create a system of working out 3 times a week. Instead of the goal, earn more money, build a system of consistent work, saving, and skill improvement. When you commit to the process, results become a natural byproduct, and once your systems are good, your success takes care of itself. James Clear puts it beautifully. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So stop obsessing over outcomes and start designing the habits that make those outcomes inevitable. Lesson 3. Identity-based habits. The most powerful way to change your behavior is to change your self-image. Most people focus on results. I want to lose weight, or I want to make more money. But outcomes follow identity. When your habits align with the kind of person you believe yourself to be, change becomes natural instead of forced. James Clear explains that every habit you repeat is a vote for your identity. Running once doesn't make you an athlete, but each run is a small proof that you are one. Writing a single page proves you're a writer. Saving a few dollars proves you're responsible with money. Over time, these small proofs accumulate until your identity shifts. Instead of trying to convince yourself with words, you convince yourself with evidence. That's why lasting change isn't about setting a goal. It's about becoming someone new. Don't chase results. Embody the traits of the person who already has them. Ask yourself, what would a disciplined person do right now? Then do that. Identity grows from action, one vote at a time. Lesson 4. The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. James Clear breaks every habit, good or bad, into a simple pattern: cue, craving, response, reward. And from this pattern, he created the 4 Laws of Behavior Change, a practical guide to mastering any habit. 1. Make it obvious. Every habit starts with a cue. Make the cues for good habits visible and hide the ones for bad habits. Keep your gym bag by the door. Leave your phone in another room when working. You can't act on what you don't see. 2. Make it attractive. We're drawn to things that feel rewarding. Pair a habit you need to do with something you enjoy. For example, listen to music only while cleaning or studying. The brain starts linking effort with pleasure. 3. Make it easy. The smaller the barrier, the greater the chance of doing it. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for repetition. Want to write? Start with 1 sentence. Want to get fit? Do 1 push-up. Momentum matters more than size. 4. Make it satisfying. What feels good gets repeated. Celebrate progress. Track your habits visually. Give yourself small wins. The faster your brain associates a good feeling with the habit, the stronger it sticks. To break a bad habit, reverse the formula. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. Habits don't change through force. They change through smart design. Lesson 5. Make good habits easy and bad habits hard. If you struggle to stay consistent, it's not a motivation problem, it's a friction problem. James Clear explains that human behavior follows the path of least resistance. If a habit is easy, you'll do it automatically. If it's hard, you'll avoid it. So instead of forcing discipline, engineer convenience. Prepare your environment so the good choice becomes the default. Want to eat better? Keep healthy food visible and junk food out of reach. Want to work out? Pack your gym bag the night before. Want to practice guitar? Keep it on a stand, not in the closet. At the same time, make bad habits harder to access. Delete distracting apps. Move the TV remote to another room. Unsubscribe from temptations. The trick isn't to fight your impulses, it's to guide them. As Clear puts it, create an environment where doing the right thing is as easy as possible. When your surroundings support your goals, willpower becomes almost unnecessary. Lesson 6. Never miss twice. Even the most disciplined people slip up. You'll miss a workout, eat junk food, or skip a productive day. That's normal. What matters is what happens next. James Clear offers a simple rule: never miss twice. Missing once is a mistake. Missing twice is a new pattern. If you skip one workout, make sure you show up the next day, even for just 10 minutes. If you spend impulsively, save a little the following morning. If you break your streak, restart immediately. This mindset removes guilt and replaces it with recovery, because success isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Tiny recoveries keep momentum alive. Progress isn't lost when you fall off track, it's lost when you stop getting back on. The goal is not to be flawless, it's to be resilient. Lesson 7. The plateau of latent potential. One of the biggest reasons people quit new habits is that progress feels invisible at first. You start going to the gym, but your body looks the same. You save money, but your account barely grows. You practice a skill, but you still feel like a beginner. James Clear calls this the plateau of latent potential, the quiet phase where your effort is building results under the surface. He compares it to heating an ice cube. You raise the temperature from 25 to 31 degrees, nothing happens. Then suddenly, at 32 degrees, it melts. That final degree didn't cause the change alone. It was the buildup of all the heat before it. Habits work the same way. You might not see progress for weeks or months, but every repetition adds invisible strength until one day the results seem to appear all at once. The lesson? Be patient in the plateau. Keep showing up, even when you don't see change yet. Success often happens quietly, and then all at once. Practical applications: how to build atomic habits. Let's turn these ideas into steps you can start using today. 1. Start small, very small. Don't aim for perfect workouts or complete routines. Begin with one push-up, one paragraph, one small action that's too easy to skip. Momentum matters more than intensity. 2. Design your environment. Make the cues for good habits visible and the cues for bad ones invisible. The environment often shapes behavior more than motivation does. 3. Stack your habits. Attach a new habit to an existing one. For example, after I make my morning coffee, I'll write one sentence. Linking habits makes them automatic. 4. Track your progress. Use a simple notebook, app, or calendar. Seeing your streak builds motivation. It's a visual proof of consistency. 5. Expect the plateau. Don't give up when results are slow. Keep going through the invisible phase. Breakthroughs often come suddenly. 6. Never miss twice. Missing once is fine. The key is recovery, not perfection. Reset quickly and protect your momentum. 7. Build identity through action. Don't wait to feel like the kind of person you want to become. Act like them first. Your feelings will follow your actions. These steps may look simple, but that's the point. The small things you do every day aren't just habits. They're votes for your future self. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Every habit you repeat is a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. Small actions compound into powerful results when you stay consistent, patient, and intentional. Atomic Habits reminds us that success is rarely the result of one big change, but the outcome of tiny improvements made every single day. The habits you build today shape your identity, your confidence, and your future. To explore more book summaries like this one, and to download this summary in MP3 format, visit MindShelf.net and subscribe to MindShelf on YouTube, your place to grow through ideas that inspire change. Change doesn't happen overnight, but it always starts today with one small atomic habit.